So YouTube, Banez86, bald head and all. Wanted to make this video last week, but people kept talking in the background. And now I'm restarting this video again because people are still talking in the background. But I want to talk about the Redskins. We're 3-6. That means our winning percentage is 33.33%. The one thing I'll say about Redskins fans, even before the season starts, we're cocky. We're overconfident. But most of all, we're very optimistic. We always say that the next season will be our year. We'll make the playoffs. We'll beat these other teams, and we'll make it into the Super Bowl. And every season, we end up coming very short. We end up also having one of the worst records in our own division. And it's a shame because we start off so well. And the thing I'm wondering is, why can't we continue that momentum later in the season? Why do we start well and then it all just seems to collapse? And then we have the inclusion of new players joining the team. You guys remember McNabb a few seasons back? They thought he was going to be the savior that helped the Redskins catapult themselves out of the losing streak and into playoff territory. But that didn't work out. And now that you have RG3, another, supposed savior that, news analysts and sports publications have said, will help the Redskins too. But that has not yet occurred. He's played okay. But the fact remains that the Redskins are only 3-6. And in order to even be considered for playoffs, even a wild card, we would have to win the remaining games left in that season. So, for me, as a Redskins fan, if we're 3-6, I might as well just wave my white flag. And I know a lot of Dallas fans are be very elated to hear me say this because freaking text message. And I know a lot of Dallas fans would be elated to hear me say this because I've ragged on them all this season, especially when they lose, and lose barely. But what can you do? Redskins, learn how to run the ball, learn how to pass, stop letting the opposing team get interceptions. Work on your defense, for crying out loud. You have to work on these things if you want to be a good team. Your offense is defense is and 3 wins in 9 games. That's pathetic. That's like Detroit Lions. And the Lions had actually been doing pretty well. I mean, they've gotten better. I mean, I remember when they didn't have a single win in a season. Matter of fact, it was the Detroit Lions that got their first loss and a first win in a very long time against the Redskins a couple of seasons ago. That really didn't sit well with me. But like I'm saying, Redskins, you have to work on those key components if you want to be a winning team. Football cannot be won by one person, even though you have all these newscasters talking about one person on every team, it seems like. But football has to be won by a team. And Redskins, until you're able to get your act together, I don't see playoffs or even a Super Bowl ring even considered in your near, this season or in the seasons to come. I mean, your last Super Bowl win was in 91. That's over 20 years ago. I was 5. I was in kindergarten. So, that's all I have to say. Banez86. Peace out, y'all.